getting a hold of the Venice Beach thing, dancing out there, a lot of big crowds, starting to pay attention to what I was doing. There was a lady who worked down the street. It was a spot called Bomb Pizza. Oh no, not Bomb Pizza. Sorry, that's a film I'm doing. Big Daddy's Pizza. It's the big blue building, like across from the skating area. People probably know or are familiar with that spot. She used to come down all the time, drop money in my bucket, and she just loved me so much. And she told my mom, like, you gotta get him into acting, you know, cause he's got all this charisma and he's doing the Michael Jackson and MC Hammer. And she told my mom, my parents are in the casting company. You should definitely submit his pictures to this agency. And my mom's like, okay, cool. Let me see if he wants to do it. So she asked me like, you want to be on TV? And I'm like, yeah, I want to be on TV, you know, because that's all I saw was Michael Jackson, MC Hammer on TV. So I'm like, that's where I want to be. That's where I got to be to make it. If I want to have a whole squad of people behind me like MC Hammer, if I want to be with a whole military behind me like Michael Jackson, I got to be on TV. So my mom sent these pictures in of me. It was like some really regular pictures of me, like about 4 years old, sitting in a blow up pool. And I I thought I was Scarface or something because I'm like sitting on this plastic phone in this little blow up pool as a little kid. Then there's like this other picture of me on this on a tricycle, and they loved the pictures and they had me come in to talk to the agents about signing for dance. Once they saw me dance and they saw my personality, they signed me right away. You know, in the 90s for like everybody and kids, it was like all about dancing in the commercials and just dancing a lot was a lot of the main aspects in the 90s for how they would involve the kids and stuff. Not sure if I booked anything right away, but later on there was an event that my dad was singing at with my uncle, and like Jamie Foxx was there and doing his comedy and a bunch of people, and there was like families and everybody where people were showcasing their talent. And I was like just dancing on the floor like to some music, and this lady comes and she's like, whose kid is this? Whose kid is this? And my mom's like, oh, that's my son. And her name was Susie. Susie happened to be the theatrical agent at Bobby Ball, which was the same agency that I got signed for dance for. Once she introduced herself to my mom was like, yeah, he signed already for dance. She's like, oh, that's great. Call me on Monday. And they ended up signing me across the board for theatrical, commercial, and dance. And then, you know, as a kid, all I wanted to do really was meet MC Hammer, Michael Jackson. So I pretty much manifested that into my life because the first thing that I ended up booking was the MC Hammer cartoon, which was the Saturday morning cartoon Hammerman. That was unbelievable. I'm like 4.5, 5, walking onto the set, and I see MC Hammer there, and I'm just blown away. And he's like, they were having him watch us dance, and we're doing all these hip hop dance moves. And my mom said she remembers watching MC Hammer just like studying me, like just watching, like this is crazy, this kid's killing it. After I meet MC Hammer, we're gonna go to the concert following me doing the show and stuff. And when we go to the concert at the Forum, before we're leaving, I tell my mom, hey, you think MC Hammer gonna let me get on stage with him? And my mom's like, look, we're just going to the concert, just be happy we're going to the concert and enjoy. Me, I'm like, whatever, I'm probably gonna end up on stage. You know, I got my MC Hammer outfit on, I'm ready. So we're at the Forum. I'm dancing in the aisle, just getting off. Some other people are like dancing to the music. You know, he's killing on stage with his squad, and the bright light comes on me, like, and I'm just dancing away. So, like, after a minute, they take the light off. Somebody from like whoever was with MC Hammer's team like comes running out there. It comes to my mom like, they want to get him on stage. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. My mom's like looking at me like, okay, whatever. So man, I go up there, they get me up on the stage. I'm up there with MC Hammer and I'm dancing. They put me up on the big speaker and I'm dancing in front of the whole Forum, all these people. Bam, they're about to do the roll call. He brings me back down. MC's like, all right, man, so you gonna go after the cat with the swoop hair. He was like, you know, they were doing all the people. They had the girl, she was super dope, and it was old boy with the swoop hair. I don't remember his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So if you know the 90s, you know who I'm talking about with MC Hammer. He had the swoop hair. He was like one of the dope dancers. So bam, I go, he's like, bam, right after him, you gonna go. So I go after him. I tear it up on my solo. Bam, see Hammer give me 5. I go back to my seat. I'm like, see, Mom, I told you I was going to on stage. And she's just like blown away by how I was just always manifesting stuff in my life like that. Later on in the news article was talking about it the next day. And that's where I think the Too Legit with him and the little MC Hammer version came from. But I was a little bit young to do it at that time, so I think he wanted somebody older that could be probably a little bit more accurate with the dance moves. But that's where the whole, I think, Big and Little MC Hammer for that video came from. I believe in manifesting things, speaking things into existence. If you know what you want and you project those energies into the world, and you're positive in believing that you can achieve it, then you can have it. I know I'm a different type of kid, but they say you choose your parents. So I think I did very much so choose wisely. I was blessed to have parents that were able to support it. My mom definitely put some of the stuff maybe she wanted to do on the back burner to help support my situation, but it worked out for the best. So that was dope. Seeing my dad striving to be in the business, and he was successful in it to a certain extent. Maybe not on some degrees that some people may look at it, but when my dad and uncle, they were called Twin Force, they were twins, and they won Star Search later on. I was about 6 or 7. This is before Moesha. Seeing them win that was like, whoa, my dad just killed it. They were getting 4 stars across the board for numerous matches, killing it, perfect stars across the board, killing it, And they had some other talented people that were performing at the same time, younger people. So I got to see all of that. And just following your dream. That's what they were doing. They were following their dream, and they were successful at it, So that was for me, yeah, I'm tapped in. I had that same energy. This is my pops, And then once I saw that reaction from the world, one on Venice Beach, after that, going into these auditions, it just was a grind for me. Luckily, like you said, I had a great foundation that cared about what I wanted to do. Didn't force me to do anything, but told me if I was going to do it, take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Be ready to go into these auditions, looking at it like you got to win, But I wanted to win. So it was not a hard thing for me to adapt to. I got tough skin from being somebody who was able to go into an audition and get told no and still be on to the next one, I think getting that early is a big thing with dealing with just the world, because the world is full of rejection, but you got to know how to take that and be flip it oh, they just didn't know what I had for them, and go on to the next thing, and everything's not for you. So being able to be what's for you is for you, and you will receive your blessings in the right time. But when I went in with my mindset on booking certain roles, I booked them.
This one on One Moment is presented by Hypers Club. Watch the full interview right now at hypersclub.com by becoming a member.